Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a very long time since I've been here. Don't judge. I'll tell you this adulting thing, I don't think was made for me. It's too much. I can't keep tabs on what's going on in my life, but here I'm here now and that's all that matters. So I just wanted to, while I get ready, have a quick chat about mental health. We've heard so many people going through the absolute most, and I just wanted to share my experience with mental health issues, as well as things that have sort of worked for me that I think maybe could be helpful to someone else out there who's fighting in silence, fighting alone. So for my own personal experience, everything that I am using will probably come up on the screen. If not, I'm sorry. I haven't worn makeup in such a long time. I don't even think I know how to do this anymore. I also need to, disinfect my brushes, because like I'm saying, I haven't used them in such a long time, but they're nasty. But anyway, what was I saying? The brush just broke. For me, I suffer with performance anxiety. It's almost like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, will I be good enough? Can I do this? It's just the whole mind game, especially when there's a tight deadline involved. I just freak out. Like, if I'm going on my own pace, I'm stressing, but like I'm okay, I'm fine. Whereas if someone else is like, no, this needs to be due now, I'm like, yeah. That's basically what happens in my head, and I guess just try to manage that stress as best as I can. For me, working out, what the hell's going on? Working out is one of the best things I could ever do for myself. That makes me just feel so good, so much better. For some of us, like, we don't get to, why is the color doing that? For some of us, we don't really get to escape our stresses a lot. Like, I know when I was still in varsity, I still had this performance anxiety. And because, like, yes, I knew that it was school, like, that triggered this anxiety. At the same time, when I went home, it's not like I could exactly escape it. It's like I had to still go back home and study the very same topics that are making me freak out at school, training exams and stuff. So one way to sort of escape that for me is the gym. The gym really, for me, releases those good, what do you call them, endorphins, I think, and just makes everything better. So yeah, for me, one thing that I do to manage stress and my anxiety is the gym. I know a lot of people don't really have access to resources, but I mean, you have access to the streets, right? So get outside and walk, my guy. If all else fails, just go outside and take a walk. Just get outside, breathe some fresh air, take a break from whatever your trigger is. If it's school, if it's work, just try to escape it and take a break. Another thing that works for me is therapy. Yes, I said it. Therapy. But the only thing is, in this country especially, I live in South Africa, access to affordable mental health care services is something that is not easy. It comes, if you want to get good quality mental health services, it really comes at a price. To just have someone really look at you, pay attention to you and your specific needs, it's a bit on the steep side. I don't think that's fair though, that to access mental health services or help, you need to necessarily, or it just requires you to be financially more, I don't know how to say it, like free. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. Everyone should be able to access mental health services of the same quality and not be like subject to rich people who have access to that kind of facility. So that kind of is another thing that frustrates me. But yeah, therapy is something that's really, really nice. Sometimes it's like you don't want someone that you know who's going to give you like the textbook answer. Sometimes you just want someone that's neutral, a professional who can help you with the next steps. Because sometimes, you know, when you're going through the most, you can't even look as far as tomorrow. You're literally right here and you're seeing red. It's all flames. You don't even know what to do. Sometimes speaking to someone can be a thing. I had this conversation the other day with my best friend, and we were like, accessing mental health services is... So I went to UJ, and at UJ they have PSYCAD, which is basically the psychiatric therapist and all that to do with all things related to school. So any issues that now impact your schooling life, essentially, they can help you with. The only thing though with ICAS is that you have to set an appointment. And if you're going through the most now, you have to wait a whole 2 weeks in order to get help. That's not nice. Sometimes you want help and you need help and you want it now. The only thing with ICAS, it's a great service. It's just there is 501 million of us there that need the service, but there aren't really enough people to help. Thus, you have to essentially make a booking. Whereas when your mental health is shutting down on you, you can't exactly wait a whole 2 weeks when you're breaking down now and you need the assistance now. So sometimes it's just one of those necessary evils that, you know, you just go through the pain somehow and you just go through it. I don't even know how to describe it other than honestly going through it. I don't even know if I feel like wearing foundation now. But yeah, going through it is the only thing you can honestly do. Sometimes it's not nice because you genuinely do need the help, especially with school. Oh, that anxiety. I wish that upon no one, especially if you're studying like something hectic. Not even like something hectic, if just school in general is showing you flames. I remember watching, I think it's Sibiya William, and she was like, no, Wits is really, really hard. If you're a Wits student, you'll know. And it's not a Wits student problem, it's just a university student problem. That's just honestly it. It's not to say that because you got Wits, you go to Wits, you'll be subject to more stress than other kids. It's just university, guys, is rough. It's rough on anyone. I think college is also the same. So we can't just say it's a Wits problem. Like at Wits people are rough. Like it's rough everywhere. People go through the absolute most everywhere, and that's just my 2 cents on that comment. I'm not bashing her in any way. I know she's also going through the most, and I pray that she gets the help that she needs and is just Sibiya William again, so that she can come through for us. Yeah, I just think, you know, we can't try to almost downplay other people's situations. Everyone goes through the most in their own specific light, and only until you've gone through the exact same thing, you can't really relate and then try to make it. Okay, I am not wearing foundation. That's just it. I just also like to say my skin, oh, my skin has just downplayed me. It has just gone all the way left, And some of that is the stress. When I'm stressed at work a lot, I'll touch my hands or my face with my hands, and my hands obviously have germs and are dirty or whatever. That's the breakouts and whatever. But I have been working on it, and I think I do have a system in place now that can counteract this whole stressing and putting my hands basically on my face. I'm just literally concealing my life, concealing all my sins. So yeah, therapy is such a good thing. If you have access to it, please make use of it. Just sometimes speaking to someone can lift a whole weight off your shoulders. Don't suffer in silence, rather speak up. I know that there's also Sadag. Sadag though, I do believe, like I was saying, one of my friends, Michaela, wanted to make use of the service and the phone just rang. Sadag. The phone just rang, and it's like, guys, yes, these are, yes, because it's like a free service, people that work there are essentially volunteers. I could be wrong, don't fight me, but yeah, people that work there, I guess, are like volunteers or whatever, so they probably don't get enough people to help. But like, for someone that's in need and they're feeling suicidal, or they're feeling like really like there's nothing else they can do in this life, answering the phone sometimes this could be the one thing that you could do to save a life, because they need someone to talk to. Wena? How are I before blue tick? It's just, I would hate to be in a situation where I need help, genuinely, honestly, and then no one's like answering the phone. So I don't know what the hell that's about. I would definitely appreciate someone schooling me on why that happens sometimes, because I mean, in the middle of the night sometimes you could be having an anxiety attack and you want to pick up the phone to talk to someone and you can't because no one's answering the phone. I know Akeso is also really good. They answer really quickly, but Akeso, according to my understanding, is a private clinic, so those services are great, but they do not come cheap. Speaking to your friends as well sometimes can help, especially if they're all going through the most. I remember last year myself and Michaela were going through the most in October after our finals, and we just sat and cried together. We held on to hope, but we cried together, and that was helpful. I want to say it was really helpful. Okay, sis, might just leave you here. It was really helpful. I appreciated having her next to me. You know, I was going through the most, but I wasn't alone. So speaking up sometimes helps. You might not feel like the person you're with is going through the same thing, but sometimes you are not alone, so speak up. So some of the things I do to keep my mental health in check, I don't want to say that I suffer from depression because I've never been diagnosed with that, so I'm not going to self-diagnose, but I do remember a period in my life where like everything was grey, like the sun was out, the trees were shining, but I was just in a black and white movie. I was just going through the absolute most. I tried to gym it away. When I tell you gym it away, I would literally go to the gym like in the morning and in the evening on the same day, because I was just trying to get rid of all this feeling. Yes, I was fit as fudge, but I was just in my head not okay. So in you trying to do all of these things and you can see that it's clearly not working, don't sit and wait for something bad to happen. Like, while you can see good, you know, you're honestly trying to make yourself feel better, but it's not working, rather try and reach out to someone who can help. Try to do something about it. Don't just sit and wallow in the most. I'm a very strong advocate for self-care. You guys know, a lot of people, if you have seen me on Instagram, I think the only thing I do post on Instagram though is Self-Care Sunday. For me, Sundays are one, to be one with the Lord, but to be also one with myself. I am very, very into the whole self-care thing. I do face masks. I do face masks. I'll do my hair, I'll clip my nails, I'll just take care of myself, you know. Sometimes because you're going through the most, you forget sometimes to take care of yourself. And for mental health, I think just doing something nice, doing your hair, putting on some makeup, if that's what makes you feel better. Just do something consciously, hey, English, to not always be down. Like sometimes just wear clean clothes. Don't always wear the same old raggedy clothes. And you might think Wezi clothes, but sometimes, you know, like how you feel is just like how you look is also impacted by like how you feel. Sometimes you might be wearing nice clothes because you want to feel good about yourself, and if you don't feel good about yourself, just maybe wear that cute dress just so that you feel better about yourself, you know. Don't like let yourself go through the most. And now this is too much. Oh, now I look like a drag queen. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Okay, this thing is actually really, really good, but it's too pigmented. Is there such a thing? Ugh, this is too much. I just wanted a little bit. Now it just went over. But anyway, we'll fix it somehow. For me, it's face masks. I just try to always take care of my skin, scrub my lips, just get my ID together so that my ID can present to the world a face that is okay, but I also know within me I am also okay. Another thing then that I do for the inside is I journal. Journaling has been really, really helpful because sometimes I feel like church is not enough. I feel like, yes, I'm connected to God, but I'm not really being heard, if that makes sense. So it's not like a frustration on my end with God. It's more like I just need for my insides to also be okay. That's faggy blue eye. For my insides to also be okay. So I journal a lot, and I just want to give you guys an idea. So this is my prayer journal. This is basically hopes, dreams, positive energy. When I'm not feeling so great, I tell God about it. This is my prayer journal. But then I also have a 1-minute devotions for women. This I got, and it literally is 1 minute. There's like a Bible verse and then the lesson about that verse, and that's literally it. It's like for the whole year, which is always really nice, especially if you want to get the word in but you really honestly don't have time. 1 minute is, I think, these devotions a perfect way to just get your fuel in, you know, get your soul right, get your mind right. Because sometimes, you know, because I don't read that every day, I don't want to even lie in front on you guys, but sometimes like opening that one verse is just what you need to hear. It just gives you that boost, gives you that power, and you're able to continue another day. I'm giving myself another blue eye. What you do on the left, you must do on the right. Balance. So yeah, guys, I just would like to ask that for anyone that is going through the most, please make use of whatever services you have available to you. I will try and link down in the description box places that do offer mental health care services, therapists. Unfortunately, in order to get a good therapist, you kind of have to, I guess, pay. But also I know that there's a hospital called Tara Hospital. I'm not too well versed in their actual services, like if they do outpatient like therapy, or if it's like therapy for inpatients, because I know it's a mental health clinic, but I don't know if they do outpatient work. So that would actually be something that maybe I should explore and document here on the channel, finding a therapist in South Africa. If you guys would be interested in me doing that, I'd be happy to. Just leave me down a comment down below saying yay, nay, put a thumbs up on this video, so that at least I know that, you know, it's something that you guys would be interested in, and it's something that would help you guys out. I will link in the description box the amount of clinics that I am at least aware of, and if you guys are also aware of any like therapy services or things that are not tablets for your mental health, please link it, or say in the comments, or link in the comments. What? I haven't done this in a while, clearly. Leave it down in the comments, just so that we get the conversation going and we can all help each other. It's no use for you to have access to resources, but now we are too low in. I'm gonna just quickly go do my eyelashes off camera, and I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm done with my face now. Did my whole entire face, no foundation. What I was trying to say basically is that it's okay not to be okay. Don't suffer in silence. Don't take substances to try and numb the pain. When you're not okay, fine. Just take everything one day at a time, one step at a time. Try to get help. Like I said, I will link down in the description box below all of the places where you can get help. There's always a way out. Don't go to the last resort. Just try and get help. My prayer is that whoever is suffering with any sort of mental illness, that at the end of the day you do get the help that you need, and that you come back greater and stronger. Jessie J said it best when she said it's okay not to be okay. You don't always have to be okay. You don't always have to be happy. Just take everything as it comes and live this life. Beyonce also said something along the lines of, life is your birthright. So live this life, guys. Live this life. This life is for living. But if we're not okay, we're not okay. That's okay. All we have to do is try and get help and be okay. Everything is going to be okay at the end of the day. No matter how bad it is, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It might not feel like that if you are going through the most, but at the end of the day, it eventually does become okay. Please, if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Adios.